What is your first line of defense against allergies as a house cleaner? That is a great question, and we get to talk about that today. Hi there, I'm Angela Brown, and this is Ask a House Cleaner. This is a show where you get to ask a house cleaning question, and I get to help you find an answer. Now, if you've ever been inside a house and you've changed the air filter and you see how dirty and black and icky those can become, I want you to stop for a second and think about your own respiratory system and your own sinuses and your own lungs and how your body is processing all that same kind of stuff because you yourself become the filter. Now, as a house cleaner of 25 years, I have run into all different sorts of homes that have mold and mold spores and mildew and dust and dander and dog hair and cat hair and all that stuff. And my allergies will take a huge, ginormous hit. Okay, so my eyes turn red and bloodshot and my nose and my sinuses get itchy and clogged and I can't breathe. And then I feel like somebody just punched me in the face. So my solution in the beginning is I went to the doctor and I asked for some allergy medication. I'm not knocking traditional medicine, but I'm personally allergic to most of the allergy medications on the market. And what happened was if I wasn't allergic to them and they didn't make me break out in acne or something, they made me drowsy and tired. And I'm not on my A game if I'm drowsy and tired. So that was not a solution for me. So for me, the first line of defense was protecting my sinuses to begin with. And you can do that with a face mask. Now, a personal protective equipment item is a face mask. And we've talked on our show about disposable face masks. Today, I want to talk to you about the reusable face masks. Now, this particular one is called Breathe Healthy. It is a SavvyCleaner approved product. And on our show today, I've asked the manufacturer of it, Michael Vahey, to come on and be our show correspondent and share with us a little bit of information about the Breathe Healthy mask. One thing I do want to share with you first is this is the package of the Breathe Healthy mask. And it has been lab tested so that it takes all of the microns in the air down to 1.0 microns. So you open this bag up and there is one mask per bag. This is what it looks like. I'm going to step up here close so that you can see it. It is white on the inside. It is colored on the outside. And this is treated with a special fabric that wicks away sweat so that when you wear it, it's very comfortable to your face. Now, in the very top of it, there's a little metal piece that contours around your nose. And on the earpieces, they have these little beads that slide to tighten it around your ears, right? So when you put this on, it goes right around your ears, and then you tighten it so that it's comfortable. Pull it down over your chin, tighten the nose piece, and that's it. You can't see me, but I'm smiling. I'm super happy about this. Okay, so who wears these, right? It's going to be house cleaners. It's going to be landscapers. If you're out mowing your yard, this is going to keep all of that grass that has pesticides and fertilizer and all the stuff that gets kicked up in the air that's going to keep you from breathing it. Also, if you are, let's say, a baggage handler out at the airport and they've got all these airplanes that come in that blow the jet fuel, this is going to keep you from breathing that. If you are a jogger and you're out in the city and you're out running and there's all the carbon monoxide from the cars that drive by, you want to wear this to protect yourself from breathing and inhaling all of that. Also, if you ride the subways a lot, you've got a lot of dust and gunk that goes down in the subway, which is just airborne contaminants, and then it's like soot from all of the trains and the stuff that happens down there. So you can wear this, and face masks are becoming more socially acceptable. So it's not just for house cleaners, but it's for a variety of different industries. It's for a variety of different people that are in situations where you're breathing and then filtering all of that icky air. Okay, so to share with us a little bit about the Breathe Healthy masks, please help me welcome our show correspondent of the day, Michael Vahey.
You've got a fascinating story, and I want to hear about how you came into the face mask space, because that's a very specific decision.
It started when I got out of the military in 2009. I was in a place where I basically needed to search for a new career. And having flirted with entrepreneurism and been cutting grass through my childhood and to put myself through college, I knew that I wanted to start my own business. So that's how I got into the mask business. Masks are, nobody really likes masks. It's not exciting. I guess you wouldn't think, oh, I'm going to start a mask company, but it has a specific meaning to me because I had severe allergies when I was younger. I still do, but there's better medication now, and I've learned how to keep them under control. But I had to wear masks as a kid and through my teen years when I was cutting grass and mowing fields. And it really, what they had back then were just not the type of thing that was comfortable, especially being a teenager. Masks aren't cool, or at least, they don't look as good as some of the styles that we have. When you're wearing some of those rigid respirators, they tend to leave a line around your face. And
Or they hurt your nose. Yeah, I mean, they can be uncomfortable.
yeah, the rigid ones are typically they're called respirators, and they're one of the reasons why my mask company exists is for the comfort. Wearing one of those all day long is going to put a circle around your face, and I jokingly call it the Homer Simpson face because that's kind of how Homer Simpson is drawn. And then if you're working outside, you're going to have a Homer Simpson tan as well. So that's how I got started. Started kind of small. We make all of our products in the US. I have a manufacturing facility in Western North Carolina. We're mainly an online e-commerce product, although we are in some hardware stores, but started off basically just with the website breathehealthy.com.
Now, tell me, if you will, the differences between a reusable mask and a disposable mask, because I know that the medical industry is very popular with the disposable masks. And in house cleaning, when I started out, I didn't even know about you guys, and maybe you had not created your business yet. And so we were using the disposable face masks. So, what is the big difference between the two?
There's a whole realm of different styles and types of face masks out there, ranging from a surgical mask, which is just basically a piece of paper that goes over your face that's supposed to stop your spit or something from coming out of your mouth and getting on someone else. It doesn't filter the air. So that's kind of on one end. And then on the other end, you have like what a firefighter would wear, something for hazardous environments, something that covers up your whole face and has a perhaps an air supply. So you've got those extremes and then everything in between. The disposable masks are typically used in a medical environment. That's because a caregiver will have to go from patient to patient and room to room, and they'll have to change their gloves and their mask. So they're disposable by design. Our masks, because we don't really market to the medical realm. We market direct to the consumer, like your everyday homeowner or someone who has allergies or is cleaning out their attic. We can have a mask that's reusable, and it's basically made out of a fabric that can be washed. It's been tested, so it's still effective after you wash it. And because we don't have that requirement, we can have a washable mask.
What is the fabric that it's made of?
Well, that's one of the special things about our masks is that the inner liner of the mask is an athletic fabric. It's designed to be worn against the skin. So the fabric was designed to be kind of like on the interior of any sort of clothing where it's going to be touching the skin, because what it does is not only is it comfortable, but it's called moisture wicking. It pulls the moisture away from your face. And that's pretty much what makes masks uncomfortable is after a few minutes of wear, they get hot. And if you're drawing the moisture away from your face, they're not going to get as hot.
It's interesting because even the clothing that we've switched to as house cleaners is the polyester and the nylon because of the durability and the moisture wicking properties, and also the ability to wash them over and over and over and over again without them disintegrating. So, no, it's a brilliant move.
Yeah, like in the sports realm, you almost all the shirts now are called technical fabrics. And that's because if you wear one of those newer, like Under Armour shirts out in the heat, it's going to feel so much better than one of those big, thick cotton shirts that they all used to be.
Well, a lot more people now are wearing masks in public. It didn't used to be this way. Now you go to any airport and store, and it's not just house cleaners that are wearing face masks, but the general population and general public is.
Face masks have definitely become more socially acceptable in the past decade. There's a lot of reasons why you might want to wear one. We see a lot of people out in public or in airports or on airplanes wearing them because when you're in large groups and crowds, then you've definitely got all kinds of germs floating around. So it protects you. It's nothing that's going to guarantee that you're not going to get sick. But I always tell people who ask, it helps. It's a preventative measure, just like washing your hands frequently. And it also helps those around you if you're sick. It's a courtesy if you wear a mask, so that way you're not, spreading your germs around. The other thing is a lot of people just they have a mask of some sort in their garage or in their utility cabinet. And that's a good thing because if you're cleaning out, well, you guys see this all the time, but if you're cleaning out an attic or a basement, the mold spores and the dust that come up, you just don't want to be breathing that in. So it's good to have a mask handy for that sort of thing. Well, I think it's really important that you guys use proper PPE. When I first started out, our first market that we found success in was for pet groomers. Because if you think about it, they do pretty much the same thing, except a lot of them are in mobile vans or they're in a small room and they're using clippers and they've got the hair flying around in the dander. The dander can be really bad, but the worst thing they come in contact with is when the nails. So they trim the nails, and that nail dust is really fine particles. So we found a lot of success and got a lot of support from our groomers 10 years ago.
All right, so that is Michael Vahey. Thank you so much for joining us on the show today, and thank you so much for inventing the Breathe Healthy mask. Now, if you do not know, these are very easy to clean. You simply hand wash them, you drip dry them, and then they come in a variety of different styles. They come in a variety of different patterns, but it is something I highly recommend that you keep with you so that you have it with you as the first line of defense. So if you found this helpful, please pass it on to a friend. If you would like to get one of these for yourself, I've got links in the show notes. And until we meet again, leave the world a cleaner place than when you found it.